there's a major shift in Vatican II. The Catholic position before Vatican II had been basically for a confessional state. Its preference was for, Church's preference was for an official recognition by the government as the religion of the state. So, going into the council, it wasn't clear that that was going to change. But there was a combination of influences. John Courtney Murray was the artisan of religious liberty for the American Catholic Church, although they've been silenced to some extent by the Vatican. Secondly, the Eastern Europeans, especially the Poles, and Archbishop Wojtyła, who was later John Paul II, were interested in freedom under Soviet domination. And so you had two different groups who were really working on this together for different reasons. And the result was the Declaration on Religious Liberty, one of the last documents approved by the Council that approved religious liberty for all, opposed forced conversion, and articulated a new kind of stand for the state, that freedom didn't mean freedom necessarily beginning with freedom for the institutional church, though sometimes that's still necessary, but rather begins with the religious freedom of citizens. They developed a whole different approach to agreements with given states, and particularly the Middle East. Their notion was built on the notion that religious freedom is the religious freedom of the citizens. And so in the agreements with Israel, with Palestine and Jordan, that's a cardinal principle. That same kind of position applies elsewhere in the world, that what the Church is pushing is the religious freedom of the citizens of the country. And when I'd inquire, they always say, no, not just Christians, everyone.